obviously coming over from Sprout a while ago now, even like the coach Toby, right, is that this was a great map for Sprout as well, especially for Searson on that orb. And so I do think the fact that normally he is so good here on Dust will only make that lack of AWPing presence on the mouse side that much more apparent. They've got a lot of good ideas here, right? It was also, was it not Sprout who we saw come up with that, like,
fast cat.
Yeah, fast cat smoke. Yeah. So, yeah, man, like, that's the thing. Even breaking this big team apart into, like, its two previous components, it was a great map for these guys, even in their old teams. So it is a little bit worrying here for mousesports, who have struggled on this map as of late. BMAS can open things up, though, with that kill onto Xantares.
We know BMAS is sick of rifling, but man, his pistols have been great today, from USP taps to Deagle down. Like to see that for mousesports. Definitely going to save face in a matchup like this, but Rob's double tap from CT. He was low from the mid fight, and he still put up one hell of a hold. Big trying to cross with no smokes, and they come to regret it. Carrigan giving them a little bit to shoot at, and Tizian will take it back. Robs does find a third tap, and he's going to clean up the round. Nice stuff for Robs.
Yeah, Rob starts this round by, you know, really aggravating here in middle. Just peek, peek, peek. He gets down to, you know, and I think in the 30 HP, and still somehow lasts the entire round and does put the nail in that pistol round coffin a big. mousesports up 1. What will the response be? Looks like Deagles and a scout. Oh boy.
I like the idea of Searson and Chris J donning scouts versus each other is actually one that's very exciting. Like, Scout, Chris J used to be the master of it, but I think Searson is someone that is in contest to try and take that title away. I can't wait to see who wins this battle of the scouts. Force buy-in for Big. And the Deagles get out through middle. Chris is at car, but isn't watching for the mid-cross. So potentially Big can get away with this going unchecked until it might be too late. There's the spot from Frozen in the B site. He sees them getting up through mid. And now him and Robs have got to try and hold on. Pressured from both the tunnel and window. The Scout D combo deals with Robs right away. Frozen on the MP9. How's he managed that? Gets away with 2. Stays alive. Oh, and a third as well. Just spraying it like it's a FAMAS or something on burst fire. Puts a second on the board for mousesports. And I'm not going to lie, the moment Robs dies at the back of the site with the M4, I'm thinking, man, B's gone. Like, that's it. There's no holding on to it now. You've got an MP9 at car, trying to duel into the window and tunnel. But look at him, cool, calm, collected. And a second now on the board for mousesports as they beat that force buy.
Well, quickly down middle we go with Big Clan. Kerrigan waiting on the other side of the mid doors. Is his SMG going to reign supreme? It would appear so. He almost has his third, has 2 already, and Rops will be there to clean it up. Kerrigan and Rops, tag team duo in middle, puts a third round on the board for mousesports. Now we're going to see an investment come in here for Big, a big one at that. Searson on AWP. If you're Big, this is where you put your foot down and say, no mas. Por favor, or por favor, however you want to say it. Or for these guys, probably Bitta, if I had to guess. Rops with an AWP in middle, sparring partner even, for the likes of Searson.
Yeah, an attempt at the bonus round here from Mouse. Oh, you can feel that coming through. Luckily enough, Carrigan does get out of there. Good nade to find damage onto Keto. Big getting up through Catwalk, and kind of been touting Searson as one of the real players to keep an eye on here. And the fact that he has that AWP out right away, we get to see a head-to-head as well. This is where we get to see how these AWPs stack up. Rob's on the AWP more and more. It is very, very interesting to keep an eye on. And I think it's going to be cool to see if that's something that sticks for Mouse, right? Because Robs is a phenomenal rifle player. And so it does make you wonder, like, is this something that's going to prove to be worth it? Big flash over into middle. They've got players in the tunnels. They're looking for a B split by the looks of things. And Rops is the man in question, trying to hold down this B site. But he's also responsible for mid. They've certainly left him with a lot to worry about here. And with Quito edging his way into the B site, he gets the info that it's clear. Rops is very late on this window peak, and they're already holding it. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. And that might come with the territory of this being a bonus round, right? Having to play so many of these SMGs close at long doors ultimately meant that mid was left to Rops, but B was also left to Rops. And that double hold that was the whole reason for success in that second round, you know, between Frozen and Rops in the B site, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, mousesports are trying to crossfire mid because they hear Big go very heavy on the catwalk and then drop down into a mid to B, but it was more focused on the tunnels than anywhere else. Big took the time to wrap back. And so, yeah, Rob's trying to take the attention away from Carrigan on the boost. Carrigan throws himself at the B bomb site and Big kill him on the cross. Nice little execute there to find their first T-side round. They even get out with no AWP for Robs as well. Chris saving his scout. And lots of money for mousesports, that's something, but they don't want to let Big run away with the start of this T-side now.
Yeah, look at Searson just hanging out in the mid doors with an AWP. Close range. Respect.
Chris hasn't even seen anyone this game. He's 0-0.
Oh,
Maybe that will change. Quito's got a long spawn. He's taking it with the AWP. Carrigan almost picked up there. Quito hanging around on the angle, flashed off, and eventually smoked over the roof. mousesports methodical long take there with a molly, the flash, the smoke, keeping Big out of this position. But that's fine. Big can go back into a default now. Still holding for mid-aggression. Seems like they really want this long position. Late Xbox smoke coming in from the top of mid. Now mousesports, they have a triple long, but they've got to peel back and go watch the back line, knowing that at any point, Big could come up A or even split again into that mid to B. A Big back to long with 3. 2 players here. BMAS hears them running around on the car from the close corner, and Chris drops another Molotov. mousesports just stalling out this take as long as they possibly can. It's the 3rd Molotov at long that Big have heard.
Am I crazy, or was that smoke thrown over from mid?
You might be crazy, Harry.
I swear on the minimap, that's where it looked like it came from. Maybe I'm making that up. That was weird. They get out through short anyway. So Tares first in, and Chris J first down. Carrigan trying to hold. Will get one, but quickly has his head taken off by Tizian.
Landed for Cat.
Might have to be another save, right? mousesports is not what they want to do. It's not the call that you love to make, but they don't really have any other options here. As you say, bomb plotted for Catwalk. Big still holding on to this and not giving anything to the mousesports side. Just going to force these 3 players to try and stay alive. Now, the upswing to that is that you do at least have another investment coming in. You need to eventually find something with it, right? Like, it's one thing to keep having guns every round, but it's another to actually win a round. Big up to 2. And thus far, victory's kind of coming easy to them since the rifles have come out. Often decided within the first few kills of the round.
Nice change of plan for Big, right? They really wanted long in that round by the looks of things, but mousesports throw in 3 mollies over the course of the round, and Big go, nah, I don't want to take this. Let's go up Cat to A. It should be free, and it is. Big get 2 entries for 1. They plant the bomb, and as said, for the catwalk, just doubling back and playing it safe. mousesports have to give it up. And so nice change of plan there for Big. Not walking into what could have been a nice little crossfire for mousesports. Chris on the AWP alongside Robs, doubling it up, playing at the back of long and flashing his team in again. Tizian gives his go at the shot. Quito missed it. Tizian's same story. And that's why it's back in the hands of Searson. No longer playing off of spawn. mousesports more standard setup. Robs can assist towards B with utility as well, and he's actually doubling down inside of the site. Not wanting to get caught out in middle again. Big trying to figure out what's up at long this time around. The same default that they showed last time.
And I keep showing presence there. Popping a few flashes over. The transition over to B has begun. There you go, Harry.
Yeah.
I thought it did.
Lower.
I thought it did.
I like that.
That's really, really cool. I was actually just watching it back on like the on the delayed stream just to see if that is where it came from. And I'm glad we get to see it here.
Yeah, it's nice to fake out a long play from this B site, and now mousesports, they're still AAA, they're still double long. They think this is coming, and they think they're doing a great job of stalling it out with their util. And while they are, it's all a ruse. It's back to B where the or one of these two AWPs sits.
Oh, Robs, there's one. Can he get any more? They are already in, and that's where Frozen swings in to help him out. Damage onto tabseN, and this might put a stop to the B plate. There is Tizian trying to get out through middle, and he does best Carrigan in the head-to-head. However, this bomb has been dropped into the B site.
There's no time for it.
Yeah, this is looking like a save, right? Big gonna run for the hills. mousesports, good response. And you see how much better that B hold looks when you have this proper setup here, right? When they're no longer limited by the weaponry they've got, when they haven't been faked out into middle. When you've got that double hold of Frozen and Robs, it looks really good. 4 on the board for Mouse, but let's talk about that smoke. That smoke is sick, man. The moment I saw it go over, I'm like, no way they've got that. I haven't seen someone smoke that before, I don't think.
Big love coming up with
they do, right? That's what I was going to say, because they were the ones to show us, well, Sprout were, but then Big just kind of picked it up themselves, showed the aggro cat smoke, right? Yeah. All the way over from T-spawn area.
If you wanna smoke that Big have made mainstream, come on, I think God B came up with this, or someone from Big did. It's the smoke that lands on the boost, the cat boost, I guess you could call it, that gives you a one-way coming up cat to fight default. That was made by Big. I think this round's not live.
Yeah, but, it's got to be restarted.
Yeah, that smoke was made by Big, yeah. And now we see almost every Dust2 team use it.
One of the things that's so cool about that, though, is that because it's thrown from the lower tunnels, you have so many options there. It's very, very good at selling this long fake, as we kind of got a great example of in that round just moments ago. You know, because you see that smoke come in and you're thinking, well, okay, they've smoked the long corner. From what we know, that's probably been thrown from long, right? You can't really tell where it's come from. It's popping in the same place. The attention then is all put on the door and like the idea of trying to swing to get the info. And then because you're in lower tunnel, that opens up the potential for a very, very fast B play on the back of fake A smokes. Or, as we saw in the round prior to last, they run up cat and they go with a fast A play, knowing that the majority of that attention has been pulled away towards long as they go for that execute. That's great.
At this point, Big are just waiting for luck to run in their favor. So CSGO has a long spawn, right? Everyone else has tried their hand at it. But, you know, if we get CSGO out there with the AWP on the corner, maybe he can get a pick, which actually gives Big this position. They've yet to win an opening fight there. They've not died, but they've just not got anything from it. So, yeah, Big are waiting for their long round, but it won't be today. tabseN running right down middle. Full send. mousesports crossing B with 3. Bomb going into tunnels. It's looking like an earlier B execute. Carrigan flashed into middle, taking down tabseN. I like that aggression from mousesports, finally taking names and not letting themselves just be at the mercy of Big's executes, but they still have to deal with it. Coming straight into B, Robs with the cross with a shot, and Tizian does trade fully blind. Frozen, the only man left on this site. Carrigan's throwing in all his util, and Frozen swings, dropping the bomb. Oh dear, it's getting hairy for Big now as Carrigan swung through the smoke, and CSGO is late. He can't see a thing with his util all over the site. Oh, trying his hand at the shot, but Frozen jumps on the box and helps out Carrigan, giving mousesports a 5th.
Denied. Just straight shut down. Barely break the plane of the platform there on the site.
And I like a bit of aggression from mousesports as well. They've had enough of waiting around and dealing with these defaults of Big, especially considering what we see is Big just sitting 3 outside along in a lot of these rounds, waiting for their time to strike. And mousesports, well, they finally take something in middle, and it goes a long way. CSGO running the gauntlet down mid with the AWP. Oh, Robs is challenging. It's a dangerous game. Big are out long this round. mousesports with only 2 players on A. Chris is backing up to be boosted. Still 0-2 on round 8. Still barely even in these fights, a lot of saves on A.
There hasn't been a lot of kills in this game. Like outside of you know, like the early rounds where mousesports were removing everyone, a lot of Big's victories have just been getting 2 kills and then the round end. And Big have also saved a lot. It's come down to a lot of these late plays, which hasn't helped either. Now, finally, Chris J given a chance, but he's looking cold as ice right about now. We need a bit more from Chris, and there's the first He is trapped though, make no mistake about it. They know he's here and they just keep spamming it. It was just a matter of when, not so much if, that Chris J falls there.
Can't save here.
Oh, that timing is not ideal. Robs gets out through long. Searson is back on the angle.
He's about to have a close encounter.
Oh, backs up. Not enough for Rops to see him. And at this point, mousesports, they were giving it a go in the 3-on-4, but they lose the first man, and it's a straight-up save. Searson knife out to the pit, gets killed by Rops, but can he hold on? Flashing high, Tizian pushing in. Good flash. Tizian's white, and Rops in with a second. Tabson looking to trade finally. It'll be that easy. He's got Rops trapped, but no util to get him out of this position. Rops could just hide and hold on. That seems to be the game plan. Tabson not give it the duel, and mousesports getting out with 2, but it's still around for big, building into this T side after all.
Yeah, money not the issue for mousesports right now. They have no problem buying back in.
Yeah.
Op in Rops' hands. He's 12-3. And Harry, I think you're onto something. We're looking at 3 players from the big side on 1 frag apiece.
Yeah, mousesports has saved 2 players or 3 players in every round.
Hasn't even died.
Robs actually has the same amount of kills as all of big combined. Keto trying to put more to his name, but the flashes are good, and he's burning there, doesn't realize. That nade rains in, Carrigan peeking with it. Fast up through Cat. Chris once again gonna get tested here. And headshot through the wall on the first peek. That's him already bowing off the angle. It's a little bit awkward now for Mouse. They know that this play... Look at Big Man, they're having to sneak on in. Oh, that orb shot from Chris just whistling by Searson, but it's Carrigan with all the glory right now. 2 in the round. Swinging in for a bit more. Tabson does deal with Chris, and even more damage from Tizian, but it's Frozen and BMAS trying to steal the show, and there it is on that long retake. mousesports in with the defuse, and 6 now on the board. This is looking like a good Dust2 performance from them so far.
A strong start. They've had an answer for big at every turn and every corner. Now they go into a double op setup again. Drops with 1, Chris with the other.
Big can't really fully buy here. They could have got a few AKs, but they'd rather play around the AWP as well. So giving it 1 eco. This could be a faster round for Big. They've got a good B spawn for it, but not looking too interested by that. mousesports trip along in most of these rounds off of spawn. That's been the right call, as Big have constantly tried to take this position, but Molotovs have been denying it. It can run right up Cat. There is a Molotov, but the smoke will outlast it. And so they get up towards this A site yet again. Xantara's selling a B fake with his utility. At least trying to force some util out of Frozen, but just spamming from the back of the plat. Big know that AWP is going to be on the A site as well, so crossing on the A site is going to be a bit of a danger, and they might just drop back into a mid to B. That seems to be a go-to. Big right back for it. Smokes on either side. Robs is flashed off. He's tucked to the boxes. Is Keto going to check it? Yes. The spam of the Tech 9 takes him down, and Frozen holding on his own. The anchor inside of B, and Tabson's grabbed the AWP to trade him out. Carrigan flashed through, is punished by the Deagle, and guns have been gifted to Big on this eco. It might just be a winning formula for them. Again, the save for mousesports. Chris looking right at him, but the smoker loses vision, and Tizian wins that one out.
Man, Bemis still yet to die. Not going to happen in this round either. Looking for the unicorn half.
It's a testament to the long control of mousesports, right? But it's also just a shame to see how little BMAS has been able to play into this game. That's a big eco round to win.
Yeah, this double AWP as well is starting to feel a bit like a liability, right? Like, it's very, very expensive to keep buying into it. And thus far, the results just haven't really been there on Chris J. 1 in 5. Admittedly, like, hasn't been getting very easy fights, right? Like, no one's looking at Chris like, man, I wish I could be in his situations. Has often been the case that he's, like, rushed down by 4 or entried in some spectacular fashion. But the fact that he didn't see anyone for so long feels like it's kind of gotten him off to a bit of a slow start here.
Oh, Searson, he's finally got the long AWP, but no one's giving him a fight. They flash through, they get BMAS in the pit. Carrigan, lovely dink, but going back in for more will spell his end. BMAS, are they ready for this cross? They never saw it thanks to the util, and now BMAS finally in a position where he can unleash. Chris gonna swing with the scout. Searson still holding on, flashing him out. And BMAS, he's so blind. Tizian's gonna take him. Finally all on Chris and really not the gun for the job. Blinded, mollied, and everything, you name it. The kitchen sink thrown his way. Big in a 4-on-2. Frozen does catch Zantares leaving B late, but still, Big get that info and they just double down into the A site, knowing there's a max of one player here. And right now there's no one. Free plant for them. A retake attempt for mousesports. They have the kit. It's honestly a big question for Mouse if they even want to give this a go. That's why they're playing so timid, right? They've saved in a lot of these post plants. They need the money in this round as well. This will break them. So unless they get offered up a free kill, we might just see that save. Nice shot.
Oh, Frozen is looking good. Can he get any more? Taps him with the peak, but doesn't want to give anything else over. Frozen's now looking to go for this. Rops is like, hell yeah, I'm on board. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. There's the swing on the Tapson. They've got to get on this bomb quick. Frozen does have a kit, but it's Searson back at long that could cause problems. However, that kill onto Frozen in the site, even though it is immediately traded, the one man who had to survive is the one that Searson removes. The double swing is perfect for Mouse, but the reaction from Searson is even better.
Wow. And the kit was on the site player as well. The kit was on Frozen. It goes flying into Robson lower, but it doesn't even matter. Yeah, if he fought the CT player, Frozen would have traded and got the defuse and won the round for mousesports. So that is a real shame. Mouse know how easy, or not how easy that was, but how close that was, how it slipped through their fingers. And now the money will as well. A save on Rops is all they can muster as pistols surround it.
Fast catwalk play here from Keto. It's not alone. Searson's AWP will be there to support. Bomb, though, still undecided. Heavy A presence here from mousesports. In fact, all the presence today. Be completely open. They're going to boost someone up here in middle. That's just the idea of at least having some eyes on this mid to B split that Big have thrown the way of mousesports before. Last time they did it, they got into B basically for free. Smoke lands just past the bricks onto the rail. That's going to draw a little bit of attention here. Rops wants to investigate, gets close to the smoke, gets in the smoke.
Ooh. Not today.
Ooh, and
so good.
My goodness, Carrigan with a retrieved AK could have made a difference there, but instead dropped in CT. Big and now kind of trapped here in mid. They try to leave Cat, they'll run into Rops, but BMAS needing to hold on, not able to do it. Searson 1 HP, and Rops could have found him there. Tabson crossed it out last with the bomb, and now it's dropped down here in mid. Rops has given us a great game so far. Searson tagged low by BMAS earlier on, trying to get the bomb, and he will just grab it. 10 seconds as they head back into that B site. Rops still looking keen to go for this, and with good reason. One of these players down low, Rops with that kit from the round prior as well. Oh, Molly in the window denies that point. I'll retake for Rops. Waiting patiently, but this crossfire between Zantares and Searson is rough. Rops is just waiting, hoping he can hear something just to give this away, give him an edge, and he's not looking at Carr. While he does get Searson, it's traded by Zantares. That crossfire is great. Big puts 6 on the board. It's a good recovery there. It almost spirals out of control.
That was a 5-on-3 as well, right? mousesports kill the CT drop, they deal with another, and then Searson, he's the hero of the round, just cutting off the rotates. They're scared of the long flank. It's just a drop into spawn for mousesports, nothing to lose with the pistols, but that feels so unfortunate considering they could have won it. They grabbed guns, they dropped the bomb, but Searson on 1. Frozen gets tagged on the mid-cross to start this round. It may have been a strong start for mousesports, but Big have had one hell of a recovery. Long control has been great for Mouse in this game. That's the one thing they can rely on. But right now, it's only BMAS here. The util has been expunged. And BMAS spraying the smoke as they flash through. He dodges it and gets away with one, but now he's trapped, fighting for his life. Xantares with the clear, and Chris coming in with a scout flashed. Oh, he does get away, but only briefly. Tizzy and trades. That being said, that's a good hold for Chris. A flying shot on the scout. Big have that long control. mousesports don't want to overflank, but they have cleared out the B tunnels. Frozen pushing that one. And Big is still holding for the top mid flank. At any point, mousesports know Big could double back out of this position and take spawn to B. And so Frozen can't afford to over-rotate just yet, especially with Big going quiet. But it looks like they will be committing to A with the cross smokes.
Rob's going to start dumping his utility in, but CSGO was holding for that sight swing from Carrigan. And now, because of the flashes, they know Rops is here as well. They're holding this smoke. Frozen does get up onto Cat and does also have utility he can chime in with. Gonna have to be a pretty gnarly flash to set up Rops, but actually there's one. CSGO missed shot, and now that bomb dropped. It's all left onto Tabson. Bomb out in the open, 20 seconds. He needs this kill into CT, and hiding on the elevator is Rops with the swing. Him and Frozen, so dependable, man, in these 2vx's. Whenever it's been these two alive, you felt like there's been a chance, and that is kind of the beauty of having them at that B site, right? Like, in the holds, I think they're the two players you want locking it down at B. And these retakes from them have always looked achievable. Even thinking back to that 2v, well, what was it, 2v3 to open it up in a round just a few ago. With CSGO closing it out in the 1v2.
Oh, big force at 14. They didn't really have a lot left. CSGO's considering, does he want to buy the AWP now or later? It will be later as he pulls the scout into this round. It's a bit of a messy buy, though, for Big. Something that pace will be a necessity to win. Well, they go back for spawn drops. This is a good round to do so, right? With not a lot to lose. Been shut down by Miles in the past. This time, only Carrigan in CT. Chris with the long position. And Rob's no longer AWPing as he wants to get more value out of these retakes, as you said, and even the B holes with the rifle.
Carrigan setting himself up to stop a mid to B push. Meanwhile, no one's home. They're on catwalk. And right now, they're going to get that A site for free if they go that way. Chris J with an AWP at long. He'll be able to pivot, focus his attention there. That smoke going off, that might just be the indicator.
mousesports know, but what can they really do at this point? It's up to a retake. Carrigan's going to go in early on his lonesome, but he can't drop the bomb on the cross. Tabson. Only jump shots are available for Carrigan. Scout can't see him up close. Carrigan's right below the scope, and Tabson trapped as well. Carrigan fighting for his life, eventually traded by the one rifle in the round. Tizian moving into the site to cover lost ground. BMAS swinging him on the ramp, and it's Frozen to steal that kill away, even with the plant for Keto. mousesports are winning all the duels. That's a nice little retake there as well. And the weaponry for Big wasn't really available, but a bomb plant will buy them cash for that final round of the half.
Yeah, we're going to see another AWP come out here. Likely on Searson. Cash, not splendid for Big, but still better than going into the last round all pistoled up. IEM.gg/fancam. Go, go, go.
Rob's on 19-5 right now.
He's having a pretty good map of Dust2.
Well, it will be in vain, though. Big setting up B early in the last round of the half. 1 AK, 1 AWP, 3 Deagles. But, yeah, again, going back to German Deagles, not something I'd want to mess with.
Now that
Proper sweaty.
is a smoke. Wow, mid to B smoke out. Tizian is going to be leading the charge and also the first one to the grave. Rops has been stopped. That's going to leave Frozen inside of this site, tucked in at the car. Things are about to get sporty for him.
Oh, they're so ready for Karrigan as well. He's come through so many of these CT smokes on the mid to B splits, and he's always been taken down by Big. They're very ready, and now set up for a retake with 2-man deficit for mousesports. Oh dear, they're getting picked apart by the AWP. Searson, worth saving as he gets it done in the post plant. Big, they make the half pretty damn close. mousesports still contesting for this series, but on a difficult map to take down from the German boys. Can they do it? You're gonna have to wait and see.
The shadows, I've come to make a name. Ready for battle, cause I got a throne to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you in the slide. Where you see me coming, better run for cover, cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster. Smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's set in motion, the legend's spoken. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment. See me coming, better run for cover. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night.
We are ready to jump right back into it, the thick of it even. This matchup is giving, and it keeps on giving. It's delivering in many ways. Right now, we find ourselves a pretty even keel going into the second half of play on Dust2. First map went the way of Big. mousesports showed face there. They're showing face again right now. ROP specifically. 20-6 as we go into round number 16. 8-7 currently for mousesports. And we're off.
Ooh, is it a B rush? Xbox smoke is down, but mousesports heading straight to the tunnels. They're going to drop out mid and go for a mid to B. Beats her up, and mousesports with a pace right out with that smoke. Chris J running towards the site. Keto getting tagged as Antara sees everything. He drops off, but Tizian's gone through the smoke with one of his own, and Chris J needs this entry. He can't get it. Frozen cutting off rotates, but does it even matter at this point? The bomb is loose, and Karrigan dead as well. Oh boy, I love the round for mousesports, but it falls apart at the seams.
And talk about where the bomb is down too. That is just unlucko Frozen not going to find success there in his duel with Tapson. We see 8 to 8. Big pick up a pistol. Tall tale sign, though. What will happen in this round following?
The saddest part about that is every time Big went from mid to B's and T side, Carrigan would go through the CT smoke and get domed. This time, mousesports go for a mid to B, Big just pop through the smoke and they kill everyone. Revenge is bittersweet. And mousesports are force buying.
Lots out into middle. Sneaking their way up through Cat, and this time there's no aggression here from Big. In the pistol, Searson ran down this position, got the info that it was all clear in spite of that Xbox smoke, and then that allowed for these fast rotates. This time, nothing of the sort. Instead, Searson's holding from the crossroads while Tabson waiting back in the sight at Goose. Mouse have at least baited out that bit of utility from Tabson, and that was the one thing in this A side that could have wasted any time off the clock, and they've still got util on the Mouse side to make this play happen. Now, do bear in mind that Rops as well is looking for a late entry out through long, and Tizian is there, so he's just playing a timing game. That does rely on his teammates, though, finding success up through the catwalk and not all dying immediately. That's going to be the ultimate test here. Tag from Searson, gonna deal with Carrigan. Bomb going down though as BMAS is under the crosshair of Tabson, now up into it and not where you want to find yourself. The USP with a double.
What?
And Rops is mobbed up as well. The one thing that couldn't afford to happen, the insta-mow down towards Cat does come through in spite of a bomb plant.
That's just comical how he sits on default. Tabson getting away with this, pulling out the pistol, doubling up with Searson as well. And yeah, they just mop it up in the retake. They may respect the plant, but not the planter. Big right back in the action. Pistol, anti-force. mousesports coming back in with a little bit more, but nothing to be all too pleased about in this round. Scout on Rops is the only bright side. And even then, Big are already showing some aggression. We didn't see much from mousesports in the form of pushing, but Keto's gone right into lower. Carrigan's holding, but he falls off the box as Keto comes through. And body in the way could have blocked the view of Frozen getting past. I think it did. Keto caught. Searson needs to be careful on the double scope, knowing they can be lower as well.
One of the kind of game that Chris J's having. He got tagged through the wall, headshot by the scout, dealing 97 damage while he was still waiting in spawn.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. And BMAS, okay, he's had some fights in this game. He's 6-6 at round 18. You know, that's not great. Like again, avoided most of the time and forced into these saves in the first half. Hopefully he can get a bit more done on this T side, but this is not the round for it, especially not with Searson scouting.
Yeah, he's got them all tagged up. That nade would have done the trick. Tizian getting inquisitive at long. Hasn't pushed it. Doesn't really need to just yet. Finally, some return fire down into Searson. And there's Chris J on his almighty 3 HP. Swinging through with the SMG. And now he picks up a scout. Doesn't last very long, though, Zantares. Puts Big up on 10.
They're so rich as well. They don't even need to run this bonus round. They probably will just out of confidence alone. But the AWP is around as well. Saw one of them brought up, so this is where things really get hard. But mousesports at least have a gun round now. We've waited, and we've waited some more.
Oh,
nice.
There's Chris J starting the round out properly.
Double AWP mid, though, obviously, as you do, and immediately traded.
That was also the bomb that was on the back of Chris, and now Mouse have got to go back and get it. Not ideal. Just going to waste a bit of time off the clock and potentially open up more avenues for this AWP on Searson.
Even if they did get the bomb right now, what exactly would they be doing with it? They don't know. So how could you know? Searson still alive and well here in middle. Helps catching a Molotov and B tunnels. Meanwhile, a little bit of attention given towards long. They're going to try to work their way out.
Everyone's gone very aggressive, and, you know, there's still plenty of time. Like, you can still go back and get that bomb, but, like, if you lose these 2 players at long, you've probably already kind of lost the round. Now, admittedly, right, you'd be 2-on-4. You'd be hard-pressed to win it anyway. Rops is beginning this rotate back to try and get the bomb.
Wow.
Damn.
There go the 2 long players. Carrigan does get out through Cat. Rops is still on his journey to retrieve this bomb from T-Spawn. And now there's even the chance that he could get wrapped through the doors at long. They're going to hear him rotating in. Zantares could even drop the bomb in middle. So this is a little bit scary. Rops taking this fight. He's got no other choice. He's trying to get by and just stay alive. Carrigan dropping down. They're trying to get this kill onto Zantares while he's in mid, but the read from Zantares. Now, both these other players were spotted at long A, so Rops has this info. He's got a clear path into the B site. Getting across these doors is going to be a bit of a challenge, though. Does live to tell the tale. And bomb now down, but actually he's going for the fight. The molly's landed in behind him. And dearie me, that Molotov kind of sealed the deal. Like Rops, he was hoping he could just get one, drop in, or get them both, but the molly makes it so he has to take the fights, and it had to be an instant win.
Yeah, Chris J.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Aside from that double AWP for Big, I love the bonus round play. They put both the SMGs at long. Tizian, he spots from pit. He draws in the attention. They try and swing him, saying it's only an MP9, and Tabson's on the corner. Not only did 2 kills come through there for Big, but then they both upgrade to AWPs and AKs on the retake. Like, that's just excellent. Couldn't have gone better for Big if they tried, but fast out long, and trade is the name of the game. Searson with the AWP. Carrigan's just committing.
Pretty sure that grenade blows the weapon away as well.
Yeah, but he finds it eventually. Carrigan with a tracking device on the M4. And okay, that's fine for Mouse. They trade 1 for 1. They go, yeah, we don't want any more of this. We're going to double back. But Big, good call to re-aggress. They're figuring this one out. They know that there are pistols here, and even if mousesports still remain at long, Big can flash in and take fights. They molly the door from over the wall. They get this long control back, and they realize that mousesports are no longer here. That keeps their B anchor in the site. Keto won't over-rotate. And if mousesports want to go back to Catwalk, well, Zantares has already got his eyes on it, so there's really no free room for Mouse. They have the smokes for a mid to B, but we know Zantares can go through this.
And he likely will. Molotov comes out. Zantares waits at the ready. And Rops was even more ready. Now Keto's got a lot to do in this B site. Peeking from the window. They're going to peek it from the tunnels too. A quick shot on the Frozen. And that's all he's good for. While the M4 that was netted for the side of mousesports gets taken out towards CT. And Chris will get the bomb planted.
Oh, were they gonna? No, I was wondering if they were gonna attempt the boost, right? The same one that Searson used against them. Round out the half, Chris J dealing with Tabson, leaving it all on Searson. In towards the doors he goes, but Chris is on the angle. 3 in the round. And already Chris J showing us more in that round there than he did in pretty much the entire first half of play. You know, if Chris J could get activated here, like could get back into this game, there might still be a chance for Mouse. This is very, very close. With that victory there, they've done a lot of damage to the big economy. And so suddenly, right, like 10-11, pretty likely. But I never want to say it with certainty. Not when big are on these eco rounds, man. I don't know. They have a real tendency for getting away with more than they should.
Especially when they have the Deagles. But here, they're donning 3 USPs. So damage already going away into the B site.
Carrigan doesn't have head armor, and up against USPs, luckily enough, it's a Deagle that might challenge him first from short, but you would hate to be the guy that gets one-tapped by a USP in an anti-eco round.
Heartbreaker.
See it happen. Oh dear, this is scary because it's a triple B for Big, and mousesports look interested. Smoke's going in. B push in through the tunnels. Rops is in the perfect position. He holds on and he waits. Oh dear, they're up in his face though. 2 for Rops, a third. And that could have been something there for Big. But they walk into the one man who's having a stellar game for mousesports.
It was a good idea. Now just some formalities here. Tizzy in the last one. 1-on-5 with a deagle. No weapon, no kit, no nades. Not really a hope in the world.
Still, look at this line of mousesports from mid to T-spawn. Everyone holding the A site, no escape. Tizian walks into Frozen, who's been waiting there all round. Mousesports, okay. 10 rounds, double digits, another buy, and with money left up in the bank account as well. There's a chance here for them to take this all the way. Big buying back in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that double AWP again.
It's gotta be so frustrating to push a player like Rops there in the upper tunnels. You dink him, there's 3 of you there. You think, surely we can get this kill, and it doesn't happen. So you hedged your bets there on your eco. Double op for Big.
Oh.
Ooh, Xantares up close. Quito gonna get dropped. Xantares looking for the trade. Flash, blind as ever.
Man.
And it's Rops with the double entry. There has been Rops just kind of ever present as a hero in the server today. And he's done it again. He's opened up the B site. Damn near single-handedly. The flashes were good to net him that second kill.
I like the fact that mousesports even play off of the dribble smoke. We see that so often for like a B lurker to drop that close tunnel smoke just to either A, force out util from the B player and keep them there, or just feign out a B play, right? But Robs actually moves right through it. He jumps up, he kills the AWP, he follows up with a flash, and yeah, that's a great play. Just one man, having faith in the entry ability of Robs, and it wins mousesports the round straight away.
11-11. Inferno waiting in the beyond. Big can't close it out here.
And this has got to be a fair bit of credit to Mouse if they are able to pick up a victory here and take us to a third. As mentioned, like this map recently had been ghastly for them. Even back-to-back losses to Endpoint on Dust2.
Damn.
And as you say, Hugo, it was what, a 7-loss streak?
Row,
yeah.
Let's see if they can keep it up. Building into the T side, breaking the money, many rounds of Big. And just crunching B. I like this. Only one man here, Quito. Spotted at the back of the site. Now they are a man down. Tizian found a kill in mid with aggression, but Robs, only just finishes the spray. Could have been problematic. Tizian with a rifle, and he is gone as well, trying to hunt Carrigan in the tunnels. Such low HP on mousesports, but Big, they can't capitalize. They've been pushed out of the site. Door smokes down, retake abandoned. Tabson just trying to find that gun at top mid. Can he get it? Where has it gone? There it is, hiding in the corner. So a couple of weapons saved again for Big, but it's not really much of a victory in and of itself. They leave the round with what they came into it with.
And you concede the lead.
Yeah.
12 for mousesports.
And really just off of these B plays as well, right? Like mousesports have just been hitting tunnels off contact and winning it. Is that going to be something they keep on doing into full gun rounds for Big? And are Big going to react to it and start stacking, or will they assume that mousesports move away? Could that be their undoing? These are the questions that Big have got to ask themselves, and this would be a great time for a tactical pause to figure out how they want to approach that, although maybe they already have the answers. We'll see for Big. Again, the double AWP, but Quito's not really been getting a lot of value as a B anchor with that weapon. So, another note to keep in mind for Big.
I do love as well, so much effort is going into setting up Rops in this game. However, early on in this round, they lose Frozen. One of the other heavy lifters for Mouse thus far. Taken out of the round early, and nothing really gained for it. Carrigan snuck out here into mid. Tabson expects it, reads it, deals with Carrigan. And so while Mouse have got long, they don't really have it. There's a molly on the car as well, and that's going to lead them to believe that it's clear, but CSGO was here the whole damn time. That bomb dropped out into the open. Chris isolated all the way over on the plat at long, trying to find anything. And Rob's left alive alongside him.
Ops has a Molotov for this car position. They know Sisson is still trapped here, but it's so hard to get a player out, especially when their team can smoke them off. I mean, he has a smoke as well. tabseN is just baiting by jumping and drawing attention to this AWP. Sisson still has the corner, and just Chris isn't being given anything. He's got to take matters into his own hands. He hits a shot, only a tag onto Sisson. Something at least, flashed off. Chris gives it up. Robs is waiting for a flank that's just not coming through. Keto is holding on at the top of middle, and this is great. Big have mousesports boxed in. Even if Sisson falls, they still have the bomb committed to A.
Chris is trying to do everything in the book to bait this AWP shot out from Sisson, and he just doesn't take it till he's got the kill. Chris, ooh, no scope. But he will get traded promptly by Tizian. And that's the problem, right? With the bomb getting dropped at long, like everyone was already there. And then also you have to look towards Keto, like doesn't actually get a kill in the round, but still has tremendous impact in how it pans out with a fast tunnels push to get up through mid and just guarantee that they are both long. They are not anywhere else. You don't have to worry about the backstab. And so these players at long for big are just homed in on the corner.
12-all, and the double AWP continues. mousesports, wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to B. It has been good to them, but Sisson is not. And they've beat his timing. They're actually coming down the stairs. He's got a flick, but Sisson's great at that. One shot and a double down as well. He even hit the collat onto BMAS, finishes the job, and goes in for more. Sisson has had enough with your meddling ways, mousesports. There is an AWP in the tunnels, but that's the bomb on the back of Chris, and Sisson smokes him off.
Talk about running the show. You think surely it's impossible. He gets 2 kills there. Gets the first one, the second one comes his way, and he keeps pushing, keeps delivering in the B tunnels. Searson, the game changer that round.
The double AWP in tunnels, what is this, a Dust2 deathmatch server? Like, ugh.
It takes a special type of person to AWP in a deathmatch, or R8 in a deathmatch. Respect for both in different ways.
Respect for the RA, but if you're opening deathmatch, I mean, probably got full sound on as well. Chris J. Yeah, out through long doors. That's the bomb given over. Frozen. This might at least shuffle these players around, but Searson's so aware. Like, he's already looking at it. Well, where would I be if I was Frozen? Oh, but the barrel. Is the barrel going to betray him? Frozen. Oh, here it is. The peak is in, and Searson trying to flick down. Now, Keto with that secondary AWP is in T-spawn. And if he looked down through middle, he would have seen Frozen. But instead, he's one step ahead of him, holding the tunnel fullback.
Yeah, Frozen, pretty much frozen. I'm going to try to clamp down on him in these last couple of seconds of the round.
Oh, no.
They're out for blood.
God, this sucks if you're Frozen, right? You realize they know where you are. You're trying to stay alive. They challenge him, and he won't stay alive for a moment.
Wow.
Nice try.
Damn,
he has
good
money,
attempt.
so dying after time ain't the end of the world, although it could have gone better. Mouse, they go back to B, which is how they got a lot of these early T-side rounds on. Big were ready for that, man. They double crunch tunnels with 2 AWPs, and they shut it down. What a read from Big. And the shots behind it on Searson are great as well. Oh boy, this is where Big could take this game right back into their hand. mousesports want to speed up the pace and take long quick. There's 3 players here for Big. BMAS in the pit. Tizian doesn't know, but he's got players up close with a dink onto the second. Now, BMAS could still be the snake in the grass. There's still not that information for Big, but the smoke is down and they know about the possibility.
Searson looking on from the car with an AWP. Saw his impact last round. What'll happen here? Frozen low. Rest of mousesports joining this long A approach.
Last time they threw this molly, it landed too shallow, and it's happened again. This is what betrayed them in that last long play. They mollied the car, it's too shallow, and so Searson can sit here, and now they think car is clear. Now, hopefully that shot has given up the aim of the game, right? If it hasn't, I'm a little bit worried for Mouse. They throw the Molotov again. And once again, it is too shallow. So Searson,
oh dear,
still now they're like, well, he can't be car. He mollied it twice, and there he is at car. Rear it up, Searson, forged in the fire, forged in the flames, and laying down the pain at long. Frozen with, once again, one final shallow Molotov. Now this time they're really hoping they've because, you know, it's worked so well every other time. Oh, Searson. Finally, Frozen's gonna deal with him. Fire meets ice at the car, and Frozen does come out ahead. But a 1v3 8 HP and the bomb down. Can retrieve it at the very, very least, but that's not exactly the world to work with here if you are Frozen.
Hey, your time's already gone. 20 seconds, he's working his way up long. It's gonna take a miracle. Zantares with his Zantares peak, doing Zantares things. 14-12, big. Bring it back. We see a tactical timeout come in for the side of mousesports.
That is just unbelievable. 3 Molotovs, every single one missing.
I was hoping that, like, after the last time, right, they maybe realized, well, the Molotov was a little too shallow, but then, you know, try again. And not a single one of them working out. Now, in fairness, like, Frozen's in a really rough spot. The reason why his is shallow is because he doesn't want to expose himself to any sight players trying to throw that Molotov. Yeah, that's
Feel you,
see
man.
Carrigan, man. He's not enjoying that.
3 attempts at the Molotov to get him off the car.
I was like, where do you go here for Mouse? I'd love to see a cat to A. That's the one thing they haven't really exploited in this T side all too much. Although that AWP on A is brutal. That being said, Citizen's been everywhere. And yeah, mousesports, they've either just B rushed or long take. And B worked for them earlier on, but Citizen got a bit of a read last time and set up in the tunnels. We never really saw any CT aggression from Mouse. The one time they had anything was Carrigan pushing mid. He got a kill, they won that round, and they never did it again. Big have been very different. Keto taking tunnels control in many rounds, flanking mousesports on long plays. What's the call? What's the play for Mouse? Split 2 either way. Bomb and Spawn and Chris watching the lower cross. Just a default for Mouse early. Again, flashing off a cat player. It's a nice little flashbang there from Carrigan. There's no one here to receive. Big have no reason to play the catwalk when mousesports have shown no attention towards it in this T side. And now Big are leaning B as well, right? Mid given up, but Tabson has a nice little grimy spot. And Zantares, even with the first contact on that peak as well. Keto has his tunnels, and Big can even aggress long, but it is being watched right now. Tizian goes in. Is Frozen going to beat him to the punch? He's been very good in this game so far. Top performer back on Nuke, even though it was a loss as well for Mouse. Big just deep smoke it and say no. Forcing Mouse up the catwalk, but that's where the AWP sits.
Now, I wonder where CSN could be. And I wonder if they've got a small fire they could start within his Vega vicinity. Back at the car again.
Are they going to drop into a mid to B?
Could be the case, right? Certainly looks like something in the wheelhouse. Ooh. The one thing that, I mean, now with that kill coming in, it could be a possibility, right? You think you've softened up the B site, but there is still 2 here. And they realize that now. They see both. Chris J get a best Keto, and Tabson might get caught by the tunnels push. He gets out of the site just in time. This is wild. Rops is like, well, where the hell has he gone? Who am I up against? Houdini, Tabson back into the site. He gets caught with the nade out. And Robs bests him. Now, the nade does find good damage, but it's nothing to write home about. It's still a 2-on-4 here for Big, and it might just be a save from the get-go.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it. Big trying to get back in this round would be impressive to say the least. Frozen goes to clear out lower. He's going to find Tizian with ease. Searson on the AWP is going to try to save in pit. Bemis already pretty close by.
Very weird round there, right? mousesports, they're lucky to get that opening kill into the tunnels as Zantares pushes up after hearing the cat util, but mousesports doubling back into a B play, sending the bomb through tunnels as well was definitely the safer play. We've seen them lose it in mid before, and how costly that can be. And then Tabson as well, flashing himself back out into mid, realizing there's no one there. Robs gets a great position in the site that he has no idea about. It looked like it could have been a problem for Mouse. You know, Chris peeking into Tabson. Luckily, he swaps weapon. But if he didn't, that could have been the bomb dropped again. And luckily, after Tabson, the AK, after Tabson, you know, swaps to the nade, Robs is already deep, and he just takes him down. So Big broken, and mousesports still in with a chance, hanging on by a thread.
Oh, they're boosting CSN for the peak though, and Carrigan does get caught running down through mid. Faster and BMAS into the catwalk. Immediate response. Keto maybe dead in the water at long as Frozen holds on. And this bomb needs to get retrieved. They're going to take it long side on account of CSN being spotted in middle. Rops mops up Zantares and Tizian. Dead man walking up through the catwalk. BMAS waiting on the other side, and this smoke fade gonna leave Tizian in a bit of a curious space. BMAS even looks ready for it, and there it is. CSGO just trying to save, but Rops is already here. Like, you ain't saving anything, man.
Oh.
Nade is good. CSGO down low. Wants to get away with it, and he will deal with Rops. So, chance, but look at this. Mouse, they really don't want to let him have it. They really don't want to let him get away with the AWP, and with good reason. CSGO has been the man stopping them time and time again. We said how his AWPing on Dust was going to prove to be key, and I think second half more so than ever, that's been very, very apparent. It's good that they take that weapon out of his hands, because now it's very, very costly for Big to prop up this CT side on the double AWPs that really have been the key to success. I mean, I say that. Keto hasn't really done much with his.
He hasn't had a kill in a while. He's 7-21. So, yeah, it's that second one really didn't do all too much, but yeah, CSGO's been doing the lifting instead. mousesports back to middle. Double upper push quick for Big. They take so much control, but here comes Rops. Is he ready for this fight? It's a favorable one, but Xantares is good for the trade. That's worthwhile. Poor Keto, but he does what he has to do to set his team up for success. CSGO picked out at long with a peek. Frozen and Robs, the heroes of this map for mousesports. If we look at the individuals, BMAS trying to take out the A site with a Molotov, but hidden in Goose is Tizian, and Xantares is spotted on his lower aggression. Will that tempt mousesports into backing up? They've already got so much room at A, they're going to commit with it.
Yeah, Tizian tucked in Goose with a FAMAS. He's going to have to come up huge here. Cavalry hasn't quite arrived yet. Big nade, though. That's going to go a long ways. Tizian hits up Bemis. Still alive. Hunting. He wants more. 3-on-3 currently.
And this slowdown has given so much time for Big to rotate these players in. They are all over A. And Mouse, they kind of sense that something's awry. They get out of there, and now it becomes a wild race into B. But first, middle. Xantares caught by Carrigan. Still good for one. Tabson left in the clutch. Starting to make his way in through cap, but this has been heard. Carrigan could give over a fight here, and that is the last thing you want to do, is open up a 1v1 for Tabson, who now is probably more interested in this than ever, knowing that there's a fight open in middle. But Chris holding from the window. That shot missing is given the 1v1 over. Oh no, that was the worst case scenario for Mouse. Chris with the trade puts 15 on the board for mousesports on the map pick of Big.
Yeah, you really start to believe it's possible right there. Carrigan giving up the duel. All right.
Oh my, this might be mousesports. I just don't know how they've done it. Coming alive right at the end when they need to. Great full back off of A. That could have got dicey with Xantares in middle, but mousesports mid-round adjustment to pick up 15. Map point on their opponent's pick as well. Inferno waiting as a potential third. And mousesports are running right down mid again. This tag on the scout won't be enough. Rops puts CSGO low, but Tabson finishes the job with a nade.
And Rops removed, man. That is scary. He's got 32 kills. He has been the driving force. Him and Frozen have been the two making all the difference. Carrigan knowing now that it matters more than ever that he delivers, opens up with a double, and leads by example on this charge into the A site. Frozen wrapping Tizian, and it's Keto and CSGO left in a 2v4. First man down, it's BMAS on with one. Keto a double. Frozen wrapping in through mid. Chris J alone in the site, and Frozen's got to hit an impeccable timing. CSGO is rotating up towards middle, so Frozen's got this one locked in. Keto now pressured from two fronts at once. His attention divided, and Chris J up and over into a third map for Mouse. The battle continues. Big